All right, gamers, it's time for the mini drama update, okay? So gamers, you know him, you love him, you can't live without him, gamers. Can we give it up for the mini drama update of our guy, our goat, a talking sock, gamers? He's back again. And about time too. Now, of course, as we know, gamers, I just had to do a little bit of sleuthing. I'm like, after how many weeks was it now? Is the comment still up? And I can report, gamers, the comment is still up. A shame. A massive shame, gamers. You would think he'd be above this. Think he might have seen the error of his ways. Apparently not. But gamers, this wouldn't be a mini drama update if that's all there was to it, right? There's a little bit more, gamers. On top of this, a talking sock wasn't very pleased, gamers. He wasn't very pleased. So he decided to take to the Twitter machine. And he says this: "It sucks to be targeted by a career defamationist." And just, for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do say, gamers, and of course, I don't have to defend myself from this bogus claim. But if I wanted to, gamers, the latest Moresty would have me cover. Because did Maricot Word have a bagging problem? And of course, the creator himself gave me props and plaudits for featuring his work and giving him some analysis, some commentary. So even if we go by literally 1 hour ago, this claim has been certified bogus, gamers. Bogus. So referee, all I'm saying, ref. Hey, have a fucking word with him. Have a word, lad, have a word. I'm resolved to ignore the campaign. But no matter what I do, there were people spreading a libel about me. Libel, gamers, libel. Bearing in mind, libel is illegal. You can sue me for libel. If you believe I've committed libel, I don't think YouTube as a platform would allow that. Or maybe it's not libel, and you're just mad that your video sucked. Libel is written. Oh, hang on, that's even worse. If libel was the written version, what was the libel? Dark Arlo goes evil mode? Where's the libel here? Is it the Dark Arlo bit? Or is it the evil mode? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my fella, the tar can suck. He instead did not go evil mode. He went beast mode, which I do say is an entirely different form of his, Your Honor. Why does it talk type like he's a thesaurus in his nightstand? I said I was going to make the observation, but I'm glad you did. Sucks. I know not to feed the trolls. Ironic. And that changes very little when they eat whatever's in front of them. I take massive offense to that. I am a nice guy. I've done nothing wrong, gamers. He's calling me a slop monger. Can you believe this? I am not the slop monger. I have parlayed that to Hot Wheels Gamer. He is the slop monger. It's not me anymore. I have washed my hands. Somebody decided to fight in the trenches. It's the fight for his goat, Sir Musty. To be honest, you kind of did this yourself. Also, I think it's important to actually watch the video to see his contents before making a tweet bashing it just by looking at the thumbnail. You cannot judge a book by its covers, you know, to which Mr. Sock replies. I watched this reacting to my Nintendo continuity video and found all I needed to know. Now, guys, just to refresh your memory, I would say this was a video. Let me see if I can find it. From memory, at least. I don't think I was particularly harsh to his overall presentation. For me, my only issue came from the fact that the video could have gone in a much more interesting direction than he was willing to take it. That was my big issue with this video. And his overall presentation came off as a bit smug. This video could have been interesting in that you could have explored what continuities of Nintendo were better with stories and which was better without them, instead of trying to stick it to some hypothetical people online you just met. Obviously, I gave him some musty jabs, but I think the critiques were fair. Maybe a bit harsher than I should have been, but overall, I think it wasn't so bad that I'm willing to put it up there as among my meanness, you know? At least that's what I would say. Either way, he says, I shouldn't have reciprocated to the commenters' personal responses, but I wasn't insulting him. I was offering in the grace of assuming he's not equipped to understanding his rudeness. Hang on. By saying he has a neurological debilitation, you were offering the grace of him not knowing how rude he was. Oh yes, I love it when people just call me restarted instead of just telling me how rude I was. Say what you want about how rude I was in my initial reaction to his work. I'm never gonna double down on my rudeness, let's put it that way. If people say I was, that's all well and good. I'm never gonna do this stuff. Now, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I think it behooves us to bring up the original video. All of this definitely comes across a bit rude, but he gives genuine, critiques. I really hate when people make stuff up to make a character sound more interesting. Again, he did not need to write this introduction, but this is fair, I would say. What I'm trying to get at is you can interpret the comment as very rude if you want to. You can, but if you're actually willing to look beneath the surface, he gave you genuine thoughts. Nintendo are much less likely, or should I say Sakurai, are much less likely to go for someone who is from a mature rated game than they are characters like Bomberman or Goemon. That's essentially the crux of this paragraph. Did he phrase it rudely? Of course. I'm not saying this comment wasn't rude, but you can find bits of critique to go in there. Overall, I think you can glean a lot from this comment that is good more than you can bad. He's definitely undermining his points by getting jabs in 100%, but there's definitely critique to be had in there, is what I'm trying to say. And you're talking to someone who recently uploaded a Pokemon video where there was a lot of people telling me that my thesis in the Pokemon video was wrong. Am I deleting all those comments that told me I'm wrong? No, I'm ignoring them, and I'm taking the parts where they gave me earnest critique. I think that's an important skill to learn as a critic. Listen carefully. I highly suspect that I've been alive a fair deal longer than you. But also, it's possible that you're also on your way to 30 and have a neurological debilitation. Dude, you basically assume someone's mentally ill because he gave you genuine criticism to watch your video. I fail to see how accusing me of holding my own taste inauthentically is genuine criticism. Are you capable of rewording the contents of what I said, or are you just regurgitating this provocateur's bad faith assessment? Provocateur? Is that why I am? Am I a provocateur, gamers? You literally didn't try to disprove any of the claims he brought up. You just said he was wrong, called him mentally ill, and called it a day. If you're gonna tell him he's wrong, then prove it. I think that's what ultimately it comes down to as well. Instead of responding to any bit of it, he instead decides to give him all of this. Therein lies the problem. If he just didn't reply, I think it would have been fine. And not only that, but you're upset at me for making the video? Listen, you're talking to me, okay? I get a bit mean, I get a bit harsh. This could have been a segment that just got written out of Musty history, but I felt the need to I felt the need to tell Hot Wheels to archive this bit, because I thought it was, I think this is easily a masterclass in how not to handle criticism. The fact that you could have just left it and called it a day is the part that I take umbrage with. If it was less effort to just ignore it and move on than it was for you to reply, and you still fucked up, I'm just like, I can't say I feel that sorry for you. And if you're gonna fault me for pointing that out instead of, you know, maybe looking inwards, then I don't know, brother. Your career's gonna crash and burn. Do you know what I mean? Either way, gamers, we have a little bit more gamers, a little bit more, because instead of just like having this howl over a thread where someone even called him out and moving on, it continues, gamers. It continues. The worst era of the internet, and it's Leafy's here, Rice Gum, Drama Alert, and Pyrocynical. I am not inclined to disagree. I think this era of the internet did kind of suck a little. But that's not the tweet that I'm highlighting. This obviously wasn't made by a talking sock, right? This person, again, completely unrelated to any of this, by the way, this person says, I still think drama, look what this Twitter person said, videos are the lowest forms of content you can ever defecate. It's so lazy, you don't even make anything. You're just spewing a word salad while LARPing as a local news anchor. Some don't even try the latter. Now, of course, you guys have seen the twist, right? You know, even at my worst, I call myself a slop channel. I don't believe I'm a slop channel, but I'd simply just wear the moniker as a badge on my sleeve just for the fun of it, because it's fun. I don't think I'm a slop channel. Like, my channel is a stream archive channel that gets mistaken for a slop channel. But of course, a talking sock goes, what's worse is that they prey on the impressionable, undiscerning people, teens and the mentally impaired, and weaponize their infatuous behavior against unassuming people who make actual content. Some dickhead named Sir Musty's doing this to me over fucking Smash Bros opinions. Now, I did show this tweet to my fiance. She insists that this statement is in reference to these YouTubers and have nothing to do with me. And this ending statement is about me and has nothing to do with the former statement, to which I think that she was easily being a bit too good faith. Do you know what I mean? I think, even if he didn't intend to, I think this is very clearly trying to make a slight against me. If not a straight up jab, if not just straight up calling me someone who preys upon the impressionable, undiscerning people, teens and mentally unprepared, and weaponize their infatuous behavior against unassuming people who make actual content. I would say at the very least, this statement aligns with this statement. There's no way you put these two sentences back to back and didn't intend for this one to link to this one. That's what I'm saying. At best case scenario, I would say it's at least implied what you're going for here. Especially Mr. fucking thesaurus over here. Do you know what I mean? You're insisting that I'm preying upon teens and the mentally impaired. Yeah, I decided to like the comment because I thought it was funny. And that's it, okay? and that's the end of that, gamers. Thank you so much, Carlo Mika. Help me, chat. I'm an impressionable, understanding, mentally ill person. Please, I don't want to be preyed upon. Oh, you already sent the super chat, brother. It's going straight into the asylum, okay? But yeah, either way, gamers, that is, as far as I'm concerned, that is the end of that. So, that's my mini drama, gamers. What did you make of that? I thought that was very, very funny, if I do say so myself. I want to be honest, if this comment was gone, I don't think I would have said anything about this. But the fact that he's willing to still, the fact that he's been called out, not just by me, but someone on his Twitter about this comment, and he's still willing to co-sign it, is just unbelievable to me. It genuinely is unbelievable. And I think, Mr. Sockman, I'm going to be honest, brother. I think you just need to stop replying to people. I think just in general, I think you just need to stop replying to people. Because I've noticed that you also have this issue just when it comes to replies as a whole. Like, even if we were to just gamers, if we just quickly take a Bravo 6 tangent, if we just very quickly go, like, for example, look at this. So my newest, like, see, these are the newest comments. While Glass Joe is well known, the most likely will definitely be Sandman or Bold Ball. They're both in almost every game in the franchise will play differently from Mac. Party could have commented something like, oh, actually, that seems quite interesting. I'd never thought of Bold Ball personally. Because, like, I'm not going to pretend I leave replies to this archetype of comment a lot, but if you're going to build up a community and make people feel like they've been heard, I think replying to comments like this is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good every now and again. In fact, I've done it on all of my channels, basically. I reply to the odd comment like this where someone just offers their own perspective. Because, again, it makes them feel like they've been seen. It helps you build a community. It's almost like that's how I've built a community over the years, you know? Just by replying to people, because people like being noticed, right? People should get another Pokemon trainer character but with different styles. That could be quite interesting, right? That could be another thing you might just tangentially reply to if you're bored. But what does he do, gamers? Of the three of these comments, gamers, would you hazard a guess to see which one he would reply to? Take a guess, gamers. I'm not going to let you guess because I've already spoiled it for you, gamers. I've already spoiled it for you. I've already spoiled it for you. Because of course he's going to reply to the guy who, you can't leave our Crash Bandicoot. Why would you reply to this guy? This is a comment I'll just let rot. Do you know what I mean? I just let this rot. Like, brother, it's my video. I get to make the characters fuck your Crash Bandicoot. But of course I'm not going to reply to that because I'd be rude, so I'll just let it hang. Clearly I can... Zinged. Yeah, get zinged, bro. Get zinged. Get zinged, little bro. But this video isn't a roster. Yeah, I mean, brother, you just gotta just leave it, man. I don't know why you're bothering. Is there any more he's done like this? I mean, he's hiding some, but I'm just like, oh, brother. I'm sure if we go into some of his latest videos, we'd probably find instances of comebacks of comments of that ilk, if that makes sense. But either way, Mr. Sock. Instead of replying to the bad, maybe you should reply to the good. And maybe you should, I don't know, if you want to move on, maybe stop talking about this. This drama's like years old, bro. Like, hey, listen, put some fresh drama on the table, okay? Listen, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So much he yearns for the hunger. Well, on his latest video, he seems to be doing a good job. So, do you know what? Fair enough. He seems to be like hearting more replies than leaving replies. So, do you know what? Fair. At least it's not like a terminal case. But either way, brother, you just gotta let the negativity slide, brother, okay? You just gotta let it slide, all right? I believe in you, Talking Sock. Believe in me that believes in you. And we'll leave it there, chat. We'll leave that there.